Hi students, am I audible? Yes, am I audible? Hi guys, am I audible to you all? Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning guys. Welcome to Unacademy NEET English. I hope you guys are doing great. Hi, please do let me know, am I perfectly audible and visible? Yes, am I perfectly audible and visible? Hi Resiti, Shubhan, Bhavi, Namita, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? Yes. How are you people? Good morning. So welcome to Unacademy NEET English. I'm your biology educator Ambika Sharma and it is the third part and hopefully the last part for the class 12th syllabus. Okay. I hope you all are doing great, right? I hope you all are doing great. So students, today we are going to start with the human health and disease evolution, then the complete reproduction unit. In the last part, we have completed the ecology in detail. We have completed the microbes in human welfare. POIB we have started. But yeah, the remaining portion you can cover from the game of NEET session as well. And molecular basis of inheritance done and dusted. Biotechnology done and dusted. And for the biotechnology principles and processes we have discussed in the marathon. And for biotechnology applications, I have already uploaded the video. So do you have any doubt from the topics that we have covered? Do you have any doubt from the topics that we have covered? I hope all your doubts are clear. So students, yesterday I posted a video regarding the most important chapters here, right? If you people are having backlogs, right? If you guys are having backlogs, or you can say that because of any reason, if you have started your preparation late, then you all can follow this particular video. You can follow these chapters. You can complete them first. I'm not saying that you should not read the entire syllabus. No. All I'm saying is that if you have started late and now because we know we don't have that much of time, so right now what you guys can do, right now you can pick up the most important things. But because it is a fact that 80% of the syllabus, it comes from the 20% of the 80% of the paper comes from the 20% of the most important syllabus. That's a fact. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, so let's start the session. You know that we are already right. We have our fast track batch, right, which is going on successfully. Students are having tests every week, and we are right. We will finish their syllabus by 31st of March. But now you know that we have launched our Dream Crash Course batch as well, right, bache? So in Dream Crash Course batch, your classes will start from 1st of February, right? As of now, if you have joined the batch, you might not see my classes. You will get it by tomorrow, right? Tomorrow you will see the schedule, and we are going to start in this particular batch. We are going to start with the human physiology. Okay, how are we going to start? We are going to start with the human physiology in this particular batch when it comes to the biology. Okay students, so in the description box here you have the link for this particular batch. You can click on this link and you can be the part of this batch. This is the price, right bache? And let me tell you, every week here also you will get test and your syllabus will be completed in 70 days. After that, what is going to happen? You will have full syllabus test as well. So part test, full syllabus test, everything will be there. If you are concerned about the schedule that ma'am we have joined but we are not getting the schedule, don't worry. Today it's 29th. By 30th or 31st it will be visible, right? It will be visible without any doubt. Okay. Okay, so guys, let's start the session. And I'm sorry to inform you that, but today I'm not keeping that well. I'll try to, right? I'll try to teach as much as I can, but there are, like, I'll try to complete it, but I cannot assure it. I have the migraine issue today, but still, right? We'll start and let's see how far I can go. Okay, done. Chali. So this is the batch and obviously the complete team. You already know about us, right? You already know about the quality of the session. Okay, so let's start. So you tell me, which chapter do you want me to start first? Do you want me to start first human health and disease or evolution? what do you want me to start first? What do you want me to start first? Human health and disease, evolution, even if it is human reproduction, I'm okay with it. You tell me which chapter you want me to start first. If you ask me, I have planned that we will go for this. Sorry. We'll go for evolution, human health and disease, evolution, then reproduction. So you tell me what you people want to start. As per majority, we are going to discuss. Yes, bache. Yes, bache. Evolution HSD, evolution HSD, evolution HSD. So more votes are there for the evolution as well as human health and disease. Evolution, 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 human health and disease. Chalo, let's start with the human health and disease first. Okay, let's start with the human health and disease first. Okay, so students, there is one more thing that I would like to address. Just allow me a minute. Just allow me 1 minute. I will discuss that with you all. So, human health and disease. Fine. Or evolution. That's the chapter that we have. Okay, we'll start it. Okay, so there is one more thing that I would like to address. Okay, first of all, hit the like button, and if you're new to our channel, do subscribe to our channel. Yesterday I posted a video where, you know, 1 or 2 students, they commented, and a few students liked it as well, that you people are not teaching us, like you are not continuing this series or that series. But my point is that if you are a regular viewer of this channel, then you know when it comes to the session, they are still going, right, after game of NEET. Because in the game of NEET also, right, students, we know that many students, they are still demanding game of NEET 2.0, and we are okay with that. But my point is that when we were teaching you that chapters, even you people were also inconsistent. That's why we started this bounce back series, because these were the kind of texts we are getting, that we have the backlogs, how to manage that. We don't have time to we cannot give 10 hours to each chapter. What to do? We have the syllabus to complete. We started the backlog series. If you talk about the biology, we have already completed class 11 syllabus in game of NEET 2.0, right? And in the bounce back series, we started with the class 12. So we are making sure even students, if it is like that, even if we are moving from one series to another, if you have ever noticed that we always start with the chapters that we didn't complete in the previous series or in the previous lecture. Right, so that is how it is going on. But I feel bad. I feel disappointed when students say such things. Right. I think 2 days back, HSP sir, he took the session. Yeah, sir, we all are consistent. We all are here to help you, to serve you. But again, we also expect something, that is your response, your consistency. Right. Right. Whenever I say that this is your homework question, try to write the answer, hardly 1 or 2 students, they mention it. So don't you think it's disappointing for a teacher as well? Yes, it is disappointing for a teacher as well, that I am giving 10 hours, 12 hours, and I'm expecting some answers. Students are not even putting that in the comment section. So what you are supposed to, what do you guys expect from us then? Yes? Any answer today? Yes, please. I genuinely want to know the answer of this question, right? I want to know the answer of this question. Yes, you have the rights to say these things, but when it comes to your homework, when it comes to your response, when we expect the consistency from you, then where are you people? Why you guys are not there? Right? Why do you miss the classes? Why you are not there in the live session to encourage us? Why you just chat here sometimes? Why can't you just make the notes? Yes? Yes? And yes, when it comes to the marathon series, we cannot take it daily. You people will not attend it. We are completely okay with that. So, these are also the things. So, this message today that I'm giving you here is for those students who are just writing the stupid things there in the comment section, and they don't even realize that here on this channel, when it comes to content, we never compromise. We never compromise. In my first marathon, I gave 8 hours to molecular basis of inheritance, because from molecular basis of inheritance, minimum 6 to 7 MCQs can come. Right? Minimum 6 to 7 MCQs. I literally didn't skip anything. DNA fingerprinting is pending. You will get a separate video for that as well. So 6 to 7 MCQs, 28 marks. So yes, for 28 marks, 7 to 8 hours are required. This is the minimum demand. This is literally the minimum demand. Isn't it? Isn't it? So we are not even skipping that, because we know what is important for you. I'm taking the third part of this lecture. Why? Even I can finish it in one chapter. I can just pick up the most important thing. I can finish it in 2 lectures. I can pick up the most important thing. I'm not getting anything extra if I'm working, if I'm taking the lectures for 10 hours. Okay? Right? So if we are focusing on the content, there is a reason behind it. There is a reason behind it. We are not here just to come, just to give you the feel that, okay, this is what I have covered. This is the most important thing. I'm not giving you any superficial explanations here. And all these things are important for you. All these things are important for you. After reading all that things, I was not in the mood to take the class as well. I'm telling you this thing honestly. Right? I'm not keeping well. I was like, I will not take it. But still, I know there are students who are waiting for us as well. And that's why I'm here. That is why I'm here. Okay, so it feels very bad when we ask the students to put the, to answer the questions in the comment section, they don't reply. When we ask the same thing here in the chat section, they don't reply. They're like, you just come, you take the lecture, you teach us everything, right? But you don't ask us anything, right? If you are asking us anything, we are not going to do it, right? They consider that, oh, you just have to come, you just have to teach, that's it. They think that it is just our responsibility. So guys, give it a thought. Trust me, give it a thought. Realize these things, right? Again, as I said, you know that there are many one-shots. There are many one-shots in which teachers, they complete the lengthy units in 2 hours or 3 hours, right? Right. But right now we know that we still have time. That's why we are investing, right? That is why we are investing our time here. We know that type of one-shots we will also start in the February, in March, right? But basically syllabus is important first. Okay? Chaliye, let's go, let's start. So the chapter name is Human Health and Disease. So from this chapter, of course, one question that will come. So what is the name of the chapter? The name of the chapter is Human Health and Disease, right? So from this particular chapter, 3 to 4 MCQs are expected, my dear students. So from this chapter, one question will be from the drugs part, okay? Here you can just focus on NCERT. Even if you don't want to read anything else, you can leave it. You can just focus on the NCERT. Second thing is immunity. Right, from immunity portion itself, right, bache, 2 questions minimum, 2 MCQs minimum, they can come in your paper, right, bache. One question is from disease part, okay, one question like and not just one to 2 MCQs can come from the disease part, okay. And here you can also consider the STIs, right, the bacterial, viral, fungal infections, protozoal infection, everything, right. So 1 to 2 MCQs minimum can come from this part as well, right, they can come from this part as well. And if separately I have to say that cancer, AIDS, yes, individually also, right, they can definitely ask you the question from this part as well, okay. So here immunity is something very, very, very important. And when I'm talking about the immunity, active immunity, passive immunity, here we will also talk about the antibodies, T cells, everything we have to cover here, right? Everything we have to cover here. So now the point is, they are talking about the human health and disease. So when we talk about the health, yeah, healthy body, what does it mean? What does it mean? Yes, bache, right bache? Human health and disease. So health is the word here. So health, for a long time it was considered as a state of body and mind, where there was a balance of certain humors, right? It is not something scientific, but yeah, people earlier, they used to believe that if a person is healthy, right, or there should be a balance of certain humors. When I'm talking about the humors, we are talking about the body fluid, right? We are talking about the body fluid. So earlier it was believed that if there is a balance of certain humors, so basically early you can say that Greek philosophers, right bache, right, early Greek like Hippocrates, even the Indian Ayurvedic system, right, even the Indian Ayurvedic system of medicine, they said that, right, that basically first thing is there should be the balance of certain humors, and as per Hippocrates and Indian Ayurvedic system of medicine, right, a person having black bile. So anybody in the class who can tell me what black bile is? Anybody in the class who can tell me what black bile is? Yes? Yes? Yes, yes, yes. What black bile is? Yes? Yes? So a person with black bile, again, it's also a kind of humor that we are discussing. Right? It's also a kind of humor that we are discussing. You tell me what black bile is. I believe you have read this chapter before. Yes, you have read this chapter before. So please tell me, what do you think the meaning of black bile? Yes? Right, it's an old concept. What is it? What is it? Obviously, it is also one of the humors. Exactly. It is also one of the humors. And it is believed a person having black bile is having hot personality. That person would have fevers. Right, fever. Okay, it was believed like that. But later on, here, this part is important, and question can come from this part, right? That the discovery of blood circulation by William Harvey, scientist name, important. This particular point, important. So the discovery of blood circulation by William Harvey using experimental methods and the demonstration of normal body temperature in person with black bile using thermometer, it disproved the good humor theory. So first thing is, earlier it was considered that if there is a balance of certain humors, right, earlier it was considered that if there is a balance of certain humors, right, if there is a balance of certain humors, then person will be healthy, right bache? Then one thing is regarding the black bile, that black bile is what? Black bile is also a humor. So a person having this humor will have the hot personality, that person will have fever. But William Harvey, he disproved this, right bache? He discovered the blood circulation, and he disproved this, that if a person is having black bile, still the body temperature is normal. Is that clear? Is that clear? Yes. So in later years, biology stated that mind influences through neural system and endocrine system and our immune system, and that our immune system maintains our health. Overall, in simple words, if I have to tell you, you know that in our body different systems are there which are taking care of everything. When it comes to our health, we know that we will rely on our immune system, right? It is our immune system. Okay bache? Okay bache? So this basic introduction clear? So as per WHO stands for World Health Organization. World Health Organization, right bache? So when we are saying that somebody is healthy, when we are talking about the health, we consider the complete well-being, isn't it? Yes bache Banot, when we are saying WHO, when we are talking about the WHO, what are we considering? We are talking about the complete well-being. Am I correct? Yes. So we have to consider the complete well-being, right? It includes the physical health, social health, mental health, everything, right? Emotional health, everything has to be considered. Okay bache? So when we are talking about the health, so according to WHO, right, that we have to consider the complete well-being, right? The physical health, mental health, social health, right, emotional health, everything needs to be considered. Okay, so now when you are talking about the health, right, health is affected by genetic disorders, infection, and the lifestyle. And you know that lifestyle is something very important. Matlab, genes are important, but these days lifestyle is something very important. You know that people who are very young, right, those even let's talk about you people, right? Let's talk about you people, right? I think you guys are somewhere around 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, 15, 16, 17. Yes, yes, Ankit. I should not ask your age, na? Don't be like, ma'am, why are you asking us our age? It's okay, it's fine. Tell me. Tell me. I will not share it with anybody. 16, 17, 18, like this. 19, okay. Black bile is also a Rupesh type of humor, body fluid. 19, अच्छा ठीक है, so I can say 16 to 19 का age group mainly, है ना? So you people are so young, but we have seen the problems in this age also. Why? Mainly it is because of the lifestyle, the kind of lifestyle we are living, right? Earlier, you know, kids, they used to go out, they used to play, right? They used to move here and there, all the time involved in activities. These days, you people are more into your mobile phone, internet, Instagram, this gram, that gram. So that things are also affecting your health, right? So lifestyle is something very important. Lifestyle is something very important. What we eat, the food, the water, rest, exercise, everything will be there, right? Infections, then genetic disorders. Okay, so health is not just the absence of disease. So disease is written here, na? It's disease is written here, na? It's disease, right, bache? So disease means there is discomfort in our ease. What is there? There is discomfort in our ease. Disease, that's how we consider discomfort in our ease. So basically, health, it doesn't simply means absence of disease or physical fitness. It is also the state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, right bache? Right bache? Chaliye. So disease. So when the functioning of one or more organ or system is affected, right? When the functioning of one or more system of body is adversely affected, bache, right? There will be signs and symptoms, right? And we'll say somebody is not healthy, they are having a disease. Yes or no? Yes or no? Please tell me yes or no. When we are saying that there is a malfunctioning of an organ, some adversity is there, right? It is not working well. So obviously signs and symptoms will be there. So when we classify these diseases, we say they are infectious and non-infectious. So infectious means, yes students, infectious means, yes students, infectious means, yes please. Infectious means, yes, infectious means, exactly, very good bache. So it means communicable. It means communicable, means that is contagious, that will spread, okay? So infectious means communicable, that will easily transmit from one person to another, bache. So if one person is affected, another person can get this infection. So it is communicable, okay? So you can give me the example, just say AIDS, that is also communicable. Even that common cold, it is also communicable, right? It is contagious, it spread, right? It is contagious, it spreads, right bache? It is what? It is contagious, it spreads. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Then comes non-infectious, non-communicable. So when it is non-infectious or non-communicable, means it will not spread from one person to another. It can be due to any deficiency, it can be any genetic disorder. Yes or no? It can be due to any deficiency, it can be any genetic disorder, isn't it? Can you give me any example? Yes, any example? Yes please, any example? When it comes to the non-communicable disease, so when it is non-communicable disease, cancer, it is the example of some deficiency related disease, जैसे marasmus, kwashiorkor, it will not spread from one person to another, right बच्चे? If there is any genetic disorder, so if it is a genetic disorder, we also use one word, that is congenital. We also use one word that is congenital. Congenital means by birth. Something is by birth. Obviously, if there is any genetic disorder, it will be contagious. It will be contagious. It will be by birth. Am I clear? Yes? Yes, please. Is it clear? Okay, this is the one thing. This is the one thing. And do not confuse these words. When it is contagious, means it is communicable. It will spread from one person to another. But when it is congenital, means by birth. So do not confuse these two words, okay? Do not confuse these two words, okay? So disease which are easily, yes please, disease which are easily transmitted from one person to another, infectious, you know the example, and among non-infectious, cancer is the major cause of disease. Told you already. Okay, chali, let's talk about the common diseases that are there in the humans. But before that, I'll ask a general question. How a disease can spread? How a disease can spread? It's a very simple question. I don't like the sessions where there is one way interaction, that I'm coming and I'm writing, speaking. They say when I was in 9th class, yes, when I was in 9th class, our maths teacher, he was quite strict, right? And he came to the lecture and he was like, he'll start the things and he will just be like on blackboard, this is like this, this is like this, this is like this, done, right? So we were very scared to ask him the questions, and he was like, he'll just come, he'll just explain, that's it, that's all. If you have doubt, if you have the courage, then you can say, sir, I am not getting it, right? Then he'll explain. Otherwise, he'll just like keep on going. So I was like, nahi yaar, the interaction should be there. Hai na? The interaction should be there, especially in biology. Very interesting subject it is. Very interesting subject it is, right? So if there will be interaction, you will ask me something, I'll answer your questions, I'll ask the questions. So class will be more interesting, okay? Though we are not connected here physically, right? But still, we can have that thing here in our class. Okay, so when it comes to the disease, a person, how do they spread? Physical touch. How the physical touch can spread a disease? I don't get it. This point is right, that droplet infection can be there. Droplet infection can be there. Like during that COVID-19 time also, right? We were advised to wear the mask, because if one person is affected, so if that person will sneeze, obviously droplet infection, that's the reason. Yes, that is also true, that air, that contaminated food and water. But other than that, what else? Exchange of body fluids can be there, right? Bache, exchange, droplet infection can be there, exchange of body fluid can be there. Moreover, vectors. How can you forget about the vectors? Yes, please. How can you forget about the vectors? Right? You know about the vectors, guys? Yes. You know about the vectors? You know about the vectors? So vectors are also the one that spread disease, isn't it? So contact, droplet infection, right? Even the animal bite can spread the disease, right? So these are direct transmission. When there is a direct transmission, then there is contact, any type of contact, body fluids, right, bache? So this is something direct transmission. But when there is the indirect transmission, so yes, bache, vectors are also there. Airborne disease can be there. Human carriers can be there, right? Food and water, contaminated food and water can be there. So it is like this. Now, let's talk about the common diseases in humans. So, a wide range of organisms that belongs to bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoan, helminths, they can cause the disease, right? So, we use the word pathogen here. So, pathogen means disease-causing organism. Disease-causing organism. What are pathogens, students? They are disease-causing organisms, right? What are they? They are disease-causing organisms. They are the pathogens. Who are they? They are the pathogens. Clear, bache? So when you talk about the pathogens, right, there are various diseases that they will cause. We have to discuss it in detail. So you tell me which bacterial diseases you people know. Yes, share the list with me. The diseases, the bacterial diseases that you people are aware of. Just in the paper, what kind of question can come? Firstly, they can ask you out of the following, which one is the bacterial disease or viral disease or Helminthic disease, or they can ask you the question, just say syphilis. Syphilis. What is syphilis? Syphilis is STI, sexually transmitted infection, right? Sexually transmitted infection, also known as venereal disease. Also known as venereal disease, right? Syphilis. Who's going to cause it? Bacteria. Bacteria. And treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum will cause it. Treponema pallidum will cause it, isn't it? So you should know the disease name. You should know the causative agent, whether it is a bacteria or it is a virus, right? You should know the name of that causative agent, and if there is any specific symptom, you people should know, right? If there is something specific symptom, you people should know. Okay, then you people should know. Clear? Clear, 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 clear. Yes, is it clear? Sure, sure. So what do we have here? Right, pathogens, they are the disease causing organisms. Is that clear? So let's start with the disease here. So you can see the list. Just say bacterial diseases: dysentery, plague, diphtheria, cholera, typhoid, pneumonia. You can even add the syphilis, gonorrhea here. So these are the bacterial diseases. What are they, bache? These are the bacterial diseases, and you should know their causative agents as well. You should know their causative agents as well. So yes, they are important. Dysentery, plague, diphtheria, cholera, typhoid, pneumonia. Viral diseases में common cold, mumps, right? Viral hepatitis, dengue fever. Last time it was last year it was added. Chikungunya, right? Poliomyelitis. You should know about it. Fungal diseases, candidiasis, athlete's foot. Protozoans में malaria, very important. We have to discuss it in detail. One question you guys can expect from it: amoebiasis, and yes, here you should know the causative agents. And ascariasis, filariasis. This is what we need to discuss. So you can take the screenshot here. Okay, you can take the screenshot here. So quickly, in one message, write down the name of bacterial diseases. Quick, write down the name of bacterial diseases. Quick, write down the name of bacterial diseases. Quick, please. Yes, please. Great. Chale. So here you can see causative. Do revise it again and again. Do practice it. Trust me, you will be able to remember this. So see this flow chart. Shigellosis. This is the bacterial dysentery or bacillary dysentery, one and the same thing, right? So intestine. It will be there in intestine. Food and water is contaminated, and abdominal pain, dehydration, blood and mucus in the stools will be there, right? Bache, mucus in the stools will be there. Okay. Mr. Lucky. Bache, I'm teaching you here in the bounce back series, na? So why are you just sending the same message again and again? I'm teaching you here in this bounce back series only. Then, this is the plague. This is the also known as bubonic plague, Black Death. Yersinia pestis will be there in the lymph nodes. Who's going to spread it? Rat flea vector. So this is Xenococcus, right? Then diphtheria, that is your Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Larynx will be affected here. Skin, nasal and genital passage, droplet infection, fever, sore throat, hoarseness and difficulty in breathing. Then bache cholera, again bache diarrhea and dehydration like symptoms will be there. In tetanus, there will be muscular spasm, right? There will be muscular spasm. Okay, bache. Okay, bache. So it is through any bone infection. Just whenever we get, let's say, if a nail is injuring you, right? If you have cuts like that, we go to the doctor, they give us this infection, right? So that we can get protected. Otherwise, if we will get this infection, spasms of muscles will be there. So rigidity of jaw muscles. That's why it is also known as lockjaw. Okay. So heartbeat will increase. Spasm of muscles of jaw and face will be there in severe cases, right? So typhoid, You know the abdominal discomfort, fever, and diarrhea will be there. Acute weakness will be there. So pneumonia, discussed. TB, discussed. So anything else? Anything else? Yes? Anything else? Okay. So even I think one student was asking about the diphtheria. That is also clear, right? Yes? Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt? So I am going to mark the points from the NCERT here. Right, I'll be marking the points from the NCERT here. Please pay attention, guys. So, see, in the NCERT it is written like that. Salmonella typhi. What will it cause? It will cause typhoid, obviously. So these pathogens generally enter the small intestine. And yes, this flowchart is also as per your PYQs. Right? It is as per your PYQ. So that is why I'm telling you, बच्चे. That is why I'm telling you. बच्चे मतलब क्लोस्ट्रीडियम टेटनी क्या दिक्कत क्या है? What's the issue? हाँ जी, please tell me what is the issue here? So Clostridium tetani, what is the issue here? Please tell me. So Clostridium tetani it is, na? What's the issue here? So these pathogens will enter through small intestine, write down. Right. So if food is contaminated with this particular pathogen, right, bache, we will. Bache, diphtheria is the name of disease. Diphtheria is the name of disease. Corynebacterium diphtheriae. What is the issue? If you have any issue, please write it clearly. I will answer it. Okay. So, these pathogens, they generally enter the small intestine through food and water contaminated with them, and it will migrate to other organs through blood, right? So this pathogen can even migrate to other organs through the blood itself. So high fevers, जैसे 39 degree to 40 degree Celsius, weakness, stomach pain, constipation, headache, loss of appetite, they are some common symptoms here, and it will be confirmed by Vidal test. It is a previous year question. It is a PYQ. It is a PYQ. Okay. Okay. So here you know that we have the classic case of Mary Mallon, right? Also known as typhoid Mary. Why, bache? Because she was a cook by profession and was a typhoid carrier. So basically she was cooking the food, whosoever was, she was the carrier only. She was not affected with the disease. So she was cooking the food. So whosoever used to eat at her restaurant, right, they used to get this infection. So when scientists like this studied, right, when a team investigated it, this is what they got to know. Okay. So she was a cook by profession and was a typhoid carrier who continued to spread typhoid for several years through the food she prepared. Okay. Now, Streptococcus pneumoniae, Haemophilus influenzae. So we have studied it in one of the experiments, right, in MBOI. So will you please tell me about it? Will you please tell me about it? Guys, do not pay much attention on the symptoms. As I said, see, ultimately fever, weakness, loss of appetite, all that things are there. So you focus on the most, you can focus on the specific symptoms of a disease, right? You can focus on the specific symptom of a disease. You can focus on the specific points. Fine? Fine. So where we have studied the Streptococcus? Mr. College, very good. Mr. College, very good. Exactly. So those who are writing Hershey and Chase, they really need to open their books again. Fine. So Streptococcus pneumoniae, you know that coccus means spherical shaped bacteria. Coccus means spherical shaped bacteria, right? Right? Okay. Chale. So, yes, so pneumonia, it infects the alveoli, okay? Already discussed that. It infects the alveoli, okay? So as a result of the infection, alveoli will get filled with the fluid. There will be severe problems in respiration. So the symptoms of pneumonia include fever, chills, cough, and headache. Hope this part is clear. Yes, hope this part is clear. So in severe cases, my dear students, the lips and the fingernails may turn gray, right? The lips and the fingernails may turn gray to bluish in color, right, bache? And even a healthy person can acquire the infection by inhaling the droplet. So we can say it can spread through the droplet infection even by sharing glasses and utensils with an infected person. So yes, here you have to keep the distance, okay, when it is the pneumonia. Baki dysentery, plague, diphtheria, C, these names are given in NCERT, but causative agent is not mentioned. But we need to know that. Okay, we need to know that. Next is the viral disease. And now you know, na, there is no section B. There is no section B. Yes, please. There is no section B. So if you are targeting 300 plus marks, then you have to focus on each and everything given here. Okay? Okay? Done? Chaliye. So next is viral disease, influenza, myxovirus influenza, influenza, common cold, rhinovirus. So common cold is also known as rhinitis, right? Then poliomyelitis, poliovirus, chikungunya. Chikungunya is chikungunya virus. Dengue fever, bache, also known as breakborn fever, arbovirus, and hepatitis B virus. So hepatitis B, you know, na, even in chapter reproductive health, we talk about it. Even in the chapter reproductive health, we talk about it. Okay. Chaliye. So many viruses, they also cause disease in human beings. So they are saying rhinoviruses is one of such groups which is one of the most infectious human ailments, that is the common cold. So what will it affect? The nose and the respiratory passage, not the lungs. So even in the previous year paper, one question was there where pneumonia, right, where pneumonia and this common cold, it was compared. So the point here is pneumonia is going to affect the alveoli. It is going to affect the alveoli. But here it will only infect the nose and the respiratory passage. It will only infect the nose and the respiratory passage. Okay, bache. So nasal congestion, discharge, sore throat, hoarseness, cough, headache, tiredness will be there. It will last for 3 to 7 days. So these are the peculiar features that you need to pick up. Okay, these are the peculiar features that you need to pick up. Okay, bache. Okay, so droplet resulting from cough or sneeze of an infected person can either inhale directly or transmitted through the contaminated objects. We are talking about the common cold here. So see, common cold, causative agent. Now, bache, mumps. Mumps. So mumps virus, it's RNA virus, right? And it is also the paramyxovirus. So it will affect the salivary gland, right? And mainly what is going to happen when this infection, this viral infection is there? Enlargement of the parotid gland. Hope you know that. Mumps, salivary glands are infected. Site of infection is this, right? Then measles, bache, rubella virus. Okay, that is also RNA virus. So here again, running nose, sore throat, cough, and fever will be there. Okay, but mumps you need to remember. Then viral hepatitis B virus, liver will be affected. So that is also a question that out of the following STI, right, which one is affecting the other organs. So hepatitis, hepatic word, that's how you can relate it. And it is infecting the liver. Okay, so it can spread through the blood transfusion. Okay, and liver damage, jaundice, nausea, yellow eye, fever, and pain will be there. Abdominal pain will also be there. Fine. Abdominal pain will also be there. Fine. Okay, chaliye. So firstly we will finish the disease, then we will go for the immunity part. Then bache, chicken pox. So chicken pox is caused by varicella. Right, varicella virus, it is a DNA virus. So respiratory tract, skin and nervous system is the site of infection, students. Right, so mild fever with itchy skin. Itchy skin. You know about the chicken pox, right? Right, and even if we get it once, we'll get the lifetime immunity. Right, if we get infected with it once, we'll get the lifetime immunity. In very rare cases, it will be repeated. Otherwise, right? We'll get it once. Jaise, done. That's it. So poliomyelitis, poliovirus, again that is RNA virus. So intestine, brain, spinal cord will be affected. So droplet infection through fecal or oral route, and fever, muscular stiffness, weakness, paralysis and respiratory failure will be there. So dengue fever, also known as breakbone fever. Dengue fever, also known as breakbone. Dengue fever, also known as breakbone fever. Okay, what is it? It is also known as breakbone fever, right bache? Right bache? So it is flavivirus or dengue virus, skin and blood. So who's going to spread it? Vector is Aedes. Do not forget that. Aedes aegypti, right? Which mosquito? Aedes aegypti, remember that. Okay, okay. So flu-like illness, right, with sudden onset of fever, painful headache, muscle and joint pain, that person is not able to eat anything, right, the weakness will be there. Okay, and in severe cases, this dengue can even, because of this virus, platelet count, it also comes down. And if it is too less, yes please, then you know that it can even result in the death of a person. Okay, okay. Then chikungunya, alpha virus bache, site of infection is nervous system. So here also mosquito vector that will spread it is Aedes aegypti. So fever and joint pain, headache and all will be there, right? So here also the joint pain is one of the symptoms. Fine. Now when we talk about the dengue fever, you know that last time it was added na, dengue. So there is nothing much that we need to remember. There are a few points that should be clear to you. We will discuss that. Okay, so let's continue. So when you talk about the dengue fever, it is characterized by onset of high fever, headaches will be there, pain behind the eyes, in the muscles and the joint. Dengue hemorrhagic fever is there. As I said, it is a severe case, right? What will happen here? That fever will be there during the initial phase, right? Along with headache, pain in the eye, joint pain, muscle pain, but then there will be bleeding, red tiny spots on the skin, and bleeding from the nose and gums will be there. So how does dengue spread, bache? You know that through the bite of an infected Aedes aegypti. Important it is. Important it is, right? So transmission will occur when a mosquito bites an infected person and subsequently bites a healthy person. So it will transmit the blood containing the virus to the healthy person, and person will become infected with the dengue. So first symptom will occur about 5 to 7 days after the infected bite. So what is the word that we use for it? Incubation period. Incubation period. Right, bache? Right, bache? Even in the case of malaria, that's what we discussed. Female Anopheles is going to bite the human. Infected female Anopheles having that particular malarial parasite. If it bites with the human, then from that period to the appearance of first symptom, that period is the incubation period. That period is the incubation period. Is that clear? Is that clear? So this Aedes mosquito, it rests indoor, bache. It can be in closets, other dark places. It is active during the daytime, right? So outside it rests where it is cool and shaded. This is general things regarding the Aedes mosquito. And the time between the bite of mosquito carrying dengue virus and the start of symptom is actually the incubation period, which is 4 to 6 days, right, bache? With a range of 3 to 14 days. Understood? So here you guys can see. Female need blood for egg production. You can see the way it is laying the eggs, right? It will lay the eggs slightly above the water level. When covered with water, larvae emerge from the eggs. First larval stage, look at this. With the help of these, their positions, na, we also say that this larvae of this particular mosquito, this larva is of this particular mosquito. Okay, so second larval, third, fourth, and this is the pupa, and finally adult emerges from pupa. We are mating, and this is how the cycle will continue. Understood? Understood? So next is the fungal diseases that we need to discuss. Yes. So this is trichophyton. Trichophyton. It's microsporum. Do not confuse it with macrosporum. It is microsporum. Please make sure you don't make this mistake. Epidermophyton. These are the 3 genus. So trichophyton will infect skin, hair and nail. Microsporum, it infects the skin here but not the nails. Epidermophyton, again bache, please pay attention, it is microsporum, not macrosporum. It is microsporum, not macrosporum. So epidermophyton, it infects skin and nails, but not the hair, right? Not the hair. Please write down. Please write down. Please write down. Okay, chali. So dry, scaly lesions on the body, right? Plus itching will be there, okay? Okay, chalo. So many fungi which are belonging to what? Which are belonging to the genera Microsporum, and it is micro. I'm repeating this again. It is not macro, it is micro. Microsporum, Trichophyton, Epidermophyton are responsible for ringworms, right? They are responsible for ringworms, which is one of the most common infectious disease in man. So appearance of dry, scaly lesions on various part of the body like skin, nails, scalp, right? They are the main symptoms. Then intense itching, already discussed. Theek, that's all. Now Helminthic disease, okay? Now next is the Helminthic disease. You know na helminths, you are talking about the eskelminths here. Yes, you are talking about the eskelminths here. Yes or no? You are talking about what? You are talking about the eskelminths here. What are we talking? We are talking about the eskelminths here, right, bache? So when you talk about these eskelminths, right? So roundworms they are. I hope you remember. You know na? These roundworms can also infect the plants. Nematodes, we call them as nematodes. Okay, so eskelminth, roundworms. So here we will talk Escheriasis, filariasis, teniasis. Dekho, I'll use two words here. One is monogenetic host, another is digenetic host. One is monogenetic host, another word is digenetic host. Do you know the meaning of these two words? Do you know the meaning of these two words? Yes, please. Do you know the meaning of these two words? Monogenetic and digenetic? Yes, students. Monogenetic parasites or digenetic parasites or monogenetic host, digenetic host, anything? Do you know the meaning there? When we are saying monogenetic parasite, that parasite will have, mono means single, one host, right? It needs one host to complete its life cycle. It needs two hosts to complete its life cycle, right? Monogenetic parasite, it needs one host to complete the life cycle. Digenetic will need two hosts to complete the life cycle. Just for an example, when you talk about the Ascaris, so it is monogenetic. This parasite is monogenetic, right, bache? It needs only one host. Is that clear? Is that clear? It needs only one host. Is that clear? Yes. We are talking about the Helminthic infection. Yes, please. We are talking about the Helminthic infection. Okay. Right? So it is monogenetic, means only single host will be there. So tell me the habitat. Tell me the habitat here. You are talking about the Escheriasis caused by Ascaris, roundworms. You know that sexual dimorphism is there. So as I said, it is monogenetic. Monogenetic means it is having single host, that is human, that is human. And if I have to tell you the site, that will be small intestine. So see, if it is living there in the small intestine, one thing is for sure, because in the small intestine maximum absorption of food is there, so obviously our food absorption will be affected, है ना? Without any doubt our food absorption will be affected. Yes or no? Yes or no? So food absorption will be affected, right? So here in this case, if I have to tell you the symptoms here, internal bleeding, muscular pain, abdominal discomfort, yes please. So internal bleeding, muscular pain, abdominal discomfort, right bache? Other than that, obviously fever will be there, and there will be blockage of what? The parasite is there in our small intestine, so definitely there will be the blockage of intestinal passage. There will be the blockage of intestinal passage. Is that clear? Is that clear? So ascaris, right bache? So eggs of the parasites, they will come out along with the excreta of the human, right bache? Along with the excreta of the human, it will come out bache, right? So it will contaminate soil, water, matlab if, yes, right? That's why it is advised to use the toilets. Okay, so obviously if the person is infected, that person will contaminate soil, that person will contaminate the water, plants. So if healthy person will get the infection through contaminated water, vegetables and fruit, then that person will also get the infection. So obviously infective larval stages are there, but in that depth it's not required for you. Okay, then bache filariasis. This filariasis is also known as elephantiasis. It is also known as elephantiasis. It is also known as elephantiasis. So it is caused by Wicheria vencroftae, right? Wicheria vencroftae. And there is one more species also, Wicheria malaria. So it is considered as viviparous. It will give birth to young ones, but obviously placenta will not be there. Okay, placenta will not be there. So it is not monogenetic, it is digenetic. It is digenetic. Two hosts are there. One is human itself, and another is the Culex mosquito. Another is the Culex mosquito. But let me tell you, it is the human that is the primary host, bache. That is the primary host, and Culex will be the secondary host. Now tell me, which one will be the primary host and secondary host? On what basis do we say this one is the primary host, this one is the secondary host? Yes, please. On what basis do we say that this one is the primary host and this one is the secondary host? Yes. Yes. But just see, if it is the primary host, the sexual stages of that parasite will be there in the primary host, and in the secondary host, the sexual stages will not be there. Just say for an example, when we talk about the malaria, right? Or you can say that malarial parasite. What is the name of malarial parasite? Plasmodium species it is, right? Plasmodium it is, right? Plasmodium it is. Yes, bache. So here in this case, female anopheles, right? In this case, female anopheles and humans. This is what we have. So female anopheles is the primary host here, right? Female anopheles is what? Is the primary host here, and human is the secondary host. So secondary host here is getting the symptoms, is getting infected. And why primary host is female anopheles? Because the sexual stages of this particular parasite is there in the mosquito. Okay, is there in the mosquito. Okay, okay, okay. Done? Chaliye. So, so we were talking about the filariasis, right? That is also known as, yes, filariasis, that is also known as elephantiasis. Very important it is. As I said, it is, this parasite is viviparous and it is also known as the filarial worm. Right, bache? Right. And ascaris is given there. Okay. So when you talk about the Wicheria, they cause a slowly developing chronic inflammation of the organs in which they live for many years. You know, na, usually they block the lymphatic vessels, right? They do what? They block the lymphatic vessels. What do they, what will happen in this particular infection? They will block the, yes, bache, lymphatic vessel, right? The swelling will be there, right? And that will result, basically there will be a swelling. I just forgot to upload the picture. You might have seen it in your book or even on Google, you people can check it, right? But there will be a swelling of the leg or whatever part they are going to block. But mainly, yes, they block the lower limb, and the disease is the elephantiasis or the filariasis. So genital organs are also often affected, resulting in gross, that is superficial deformities. Okay, bache? Okay, so female mosquito is the vector, and you know that will be Culex. That will be Culex. Understood? Understood? Right? So chronic inflammation will be there. Even anemia and inflammation can also occur. So larva here is microfilariae, right? Which is harmless. Larva is harmless. So larva is microfilariae. Understood? It is microfilariae. Okay. Okay. So ascaris may symptoms will be internal bleeding and all. Yes, we have discussed that. And baki tenaces, Tinea solium. You know anything about this Tinea solium? Do you know anything about this Tinea solium? It is also, bache, digenetic. It is also digenetic. Tenaces, right? It is tenaces. Who's going to cause it? Tinea solium. Who's going to cause it? Tinea solium. This is also digenetic. What is it? It is also digenetic. What's the word here, students? Digenetic means two hosts are there. Primary host is man. Primary host is man, and secondary host is pig here. Right? You know the measly pox. Measly pox. Do you know that? So basically this parasite, it also lives in small intestine. It also lives in small intestine. Tinea solium. So basically infective stages mein, matlab larval stages are there definitely, right? That is infective for the man. So infection can occur by eating the measly pox. Let's say in a pig, that larval stages are there. That cyst is there, right? If that that pig is not properly cooked, then whosoever is going to eat it, that person can get the infection. Okay, so next is protozoal disease. Very important they are, especially the malaria, right? It is very important. We'll discuss that in detail. So here it is amoebic dysentery or amoebiasis, entamoeba histolytica, and where this parasite will live, large intestine. Here also, bache, remember this parasite is also it is also monogenetic. It needs single host only. Okay. So who causes the bacterial dysentery? Who causes the bacterial dysentery? Yes, please. Tell me, who caused the bacterial dysentery? Bacterial dysentery? Who caused the bacterial dysentery? Bache, Shigella. It is also known as Shigellosis. Shigella, also known as Shigellosis. Okay, so yes, please. So amoebic dysentery and amoeba histolytica, malaria, plasmodium, trypanosoma. So trypanosomiasis, sleeping sickness we are talking about here, right? Sleeping sickness. And this leishmaniasis, also known as Kala Azar, dum fever, right? Kala azar or dum fever. This is the trypanosomiasis, trypanosoma. So trypanosoma is having different species, right? One is trypanosoma cruzi that causes Chagas disease. Chagas disease. Write about it. Write about it, please. Right? Trypanosoma. Right? This is the flagellated protozoan. So trypanosoma mein bache, vector is your CC fly. Some call it tsetse fly. Some call it CC fly. Right? That is your CC fly or tsetse fly. Right? That is Glossina. Glossina palpalis. Right? Glossina species. Glossina palpalis it is. And Leishmania, in the case of Leishmania, the vector is a sand fly. Right? Phlebotomous. The vector here is sand fly. Is that clear? That is phlebotomous. Botomous. Origin tips. Yes, I still remember in graduation we used to read about it. Okay, phlebotomous argentips. Okay, that's the causative agent. Done. So Kala azar, dum fever, even known as black fever. This is a sleeping sickness. Okay, so malaria and amoebic dysentery part, that's what we need to discuss now. Okay, okay. Take. So entamoeba histolytica. Entamoeba histolytica. 1 second, students. Done, people. So that's what you need to remember. Okay, now let's discuss about the amoebic dysentery and then we will talk about the malaria. Amoebic dysentery. Okay, so entamoeba histolytica, bache, that's it. That is the parasite, and where this, so who's going to cause it? Entamoeba histolytica. Where will it live? In the upper part of large intestine. Here it is not the small intestine. Here it is the large intestine. Right, large intestine. Please write down. In the case of this entamoeba histolytica, bache, we will see that there will be two forms. How many forms will be there? Two forms of this parasites are there, but overall it is monogenetic. One is minuta and another is magna. Right, two forms are there. One is minuta. Yes, one is minuta and another is magna. One is minuta, another is magna. Actually, this minuta is non-virulent, or you can say that non-pathogenic. Minuta, it is not minute. That's how you can remember. This magna is pathogenic. This magna is pathogenic. Actually, this magna is adult trophozoid. It is the adult trophozoid that causes the infection, right? Magna. Okay, bache, that is magna. It is the pathogenic form. So this question is important here in this particular case, that it is the quadrinucleate. Quadri means 4. Quadrinucleate cyst of this particular pathogen. Right? It is the infective stage. That's a PYQ. Understood? That's a PYQ. Understood? Yes, please. That's a PYQ. So it is the quadrinucleate. What is it? It is the quadrinucleate Yes, cyst. What is it? It is the quadrinucleate cyst. Understood? Understood? Right? So it is the infective stage. Am I clear? Am I clear? So houseflies will be the mechanical carriers here. Baki contaminated food and water will cause the infection. That will be the mechanical carrier here. Right, houseflies will be the mechanical carrier. Baki, as I said, contaminated through contaminated food and water is the source of infection. Done? Is the source of infection. Right, it will spread the infection. So symptoms, bache, because it is affecting the intestine, then according to you, what will be the symptoms? What will be the symptoms? What will be the symptoms if intestine is affected? Constipation, hanji. Abdominal pain, abdominal discomfort, yes. Right, so dysentery, it is watery stool can pass. Right, and in severe cases the blood can also be there. Right, mucus and blood clots can also be there in the stool. That's it. Next is the malarial parasite. Right, next is the malarial parasite, that is our plasmodium species. That's what we need to discuss. So plasmodium species. Right, plasmodium is the malarial parasite. It causes the malaria. It causes the malaria. So primary host, you know that, will be female anopheles. It's not the male. Right, it is the female anopheles. It is the female anopheles, and here secondary host is human, and you know that it is the secondary host which will get the infection. So female anopheles is basically will bite the human for the blood. Dekho, but still we do not say that mosquitoes are, right? Yeah, here this female anopheles is the parasite. We use the word vector here, right? We use the word vector here, but still we do not call it as what? We do not call it as host. Sorry, as a what do we say? Parasite. We'll use the word vector here, but not the parasite. Why? We'll use the word vector here, but not the parasite. Why? Yes, please. Yes, please. Females are dangerous, even if they are mosquitoes. But you see, because this female anopheles, it is going to bite the right human being, because they need blood for that egg development. Okay, so it's not like that they are dependent on this blood for their feeding only, right? It is for their eggs. So that's why we do not use the word parasite here, rather than we'll say that they are the vectors, right? So primary host and secondary host, that's the word. Chalo, now let's discuss it. So guys, I don't know, like I'm trying my best, but I don't think that I will be able to continue this lecture forward, right? Let's complete this topic. If later on I feel okay, then I will go for that cancer topic and the HIV topic. Otherwise, I have to stop it. You have my recorded lectures, but again, I'll take the another part as well. I'm not saying that we are going to stop the series, we will not start it. No, we'll complete the syllabus as committed. Okay, Chalo, so let's discuss that. We are talking about the malarial parasite. Causative agent, done. It's a sporozoan. It's a sporozoan. It's a protozoan parasite. No, protozoan parasite. And if I have to be, it's the protozoan parasite, and if I have to be more specific, it is sporozoan. It is sporozoan. Clear, bache? Clear, 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 clear. Chaliye. So when you talk about the species here, write down Plasmodium. Yes, what will be there? What will be there? 1 minute. Done, students? So Plasmodium is the word. So Plasmodium vivax. Okay. Plasmodium falciparum. Plasmodium ovale. And Plasmodium malariae. These are the most common species that we discuss. Right, these are the generally the species that we discuss, and here Plasmodium vivax is the most common one and the most dangerous malaria. Okay, most dangerous malaria. I'll tell you the reason as well. So most dangerous malaria is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. Okay, it will be caused by Plasmodium falciparum. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? So they will cause different types of malaria. So Plasmodium falciparum will cause the most fatal, and this malaria is known as malignant malaria. Right? We will discuss it. It is known as malignant malaria. You tell me what you know about this parasite. You tell me what you know about this parasite. Quick. Quick, bache. What do you know about this? Do you know anything here? Yes, please. Thank you, Bache Chinu. Thank you so much. Yes, please. So Plasmodium falciparum, it causes the most dangerous malaria. But why is it so? But why is it so? Why most dangerous? Anybody here in the class? There are many reasons, right? There are literally many reasons here, right? But basically, okay. Right. Basically, when you talk about this particular malarial parasite, it can destroy the RBC of any age, right? And moreover, sometimes what can happen in the case of falciparum, in the case of falciparum, it can aggregate RBCs and platelets, right? That join to the vascular endothelium, and that can even block that vascular supply. It can damage the vascular walls, right? Necrosis can occur because of this particular malaria, it's not like that you are saying it attack RBC. All are going to attack the RBCs, but it can attack the RBC of any age. And as I said, there will be the aggregates of RBCs. There will be the aggregates of, RBCs, they will aggregate along with the RBCs, and platelets will aggregate right around that vascular lining. It can damage that. Necrosis can occur. Okay, necrosis can occur, right? Chaliye. So what's going to happen here? Matlab, jaise, at your level, so we will just simply discuss, okay, this is how it will enter, will divide there, that's it. Matlab, in your syllabus, it's in a very simple way. But otherwise, if you ask me, when we discuss its life history, right, we divide it, we talk about the sporogony, gamogony, schizogony. I'm not telling it in the sequence, in general telling you, schizogony, sporogony, gamogony, that's how we discuss. We discuss about the asexual stages in detail and sexual stages. Asexual may be what are erythrozygotic, what are pre-erythrocytic, what are post-erythrocytic, everything we have to discuss. But okay, we'll stick to the syllabus part here, right? We'll stick to the syllabus part here, and accordingly we will discuss it, right? So if you have anything regarding this, please tell me. If you know anything regarding this, please tell me. Please tell me. Yes, so I've used 3 words na: schizogony, sporogony, gamogony is also the word. Yes. Yes, please. These are the 3 words that I have used, bache. Yes, please. Chalo, let's discuss that. I don't think that I will get the answers here. Rapid multiplication leads to cerebral malaria. मतलब nothing else, है ना? चलो कोई बात नहीं. So जैसे imagine this is the female Anopheles mosquito. I know it's not looking like that, but you please imagine. Okay. So this female Anopheles mosquito is going to bite the human, right? Right. And obviously when it will try to bite it, right, it is going to do what? It is going to do what? A salivary secretion will be on that particular, or at that particular place. Through that, the malarial parasite will enter in the host's bloodstream. Right, bache? So जैसे let's say if it is going to bite, there will be a salivary secretion, a drop of that. With this drop is having the malarial parasite. This drop is having the malarial parasite. Means if this mosquito, if this female Anopheles has to spread the infection, if this female Anopheles, if it has to spread the infection, students, then obviously it should also contain this parasite, right? It should also contain this parasite, okay? Okay, so humans, when it will bite the human, for around, you can say that for around 30 minutes, that malarial parasite will take the tour of our body, right? And finally, where will it reach? It will reach here in the liver, okay? And what is the infective stage here? Yeah, infectious stage here. Can you tell me? We call it as, infective stage is known as sporozoid, right? Infective stage is known as sporozoid. What is that infective stage? Infective stage is known as sporozoid. Yes or no? Yes or no? What's that? It is sporozoid. It is sporozoid. What's that? It is sporozoid, right? That's a PYQ. That's a PYQ. So this sporozoid will be there in our blood for around 30 minutes. Then finally it will find its way to the liver. Liver, may you remember, hepatocytes are there. Hepatocytes, hepatic cells are there. So then it will continue its multiplication there in the hepatocytes, right? Where will it continue its multiplication? It will continue it there in the hepatocytes. Okay, where will it continue? It will continue there in the hepatocytes. Okay. Okay. Right, so this is what? This is the still asexual multiplication. Just I have used the word schizogony, right? These are the words that I have used: schizogony, gamogony, or sporogony. Sporogony, spore formation. Schizogony. This is, here you are talking about the asexual multiplication that will take place in the liver, bache, then in the RBC. So basically, when you are talking about the human body, the asexual multiplication of this parasite will be there. What will be there? Asexual multiplication of this parasite will be there, right, bache? What will be there? Asexual multiplication of this parasite will be there when you talk about what? When you talk about the schizogony. Gamogony means the formation of gametocytes. So gametocytes will form in human, right? That further gamete formation will not be there. Gametocyte, the structure that will form gamete, right? That will be there in the human only, but further gamete production is not there in the human. So sporogony mein, that spore production means it is talking about the sexual stages, so, right? So that's what we need to discuss now. So basically the sporozoid, what this sporozoid will do, this sporozoid will finally find its way to the hepatocytes. Here what will it do? It will enter, and here it will multiply. So I'm not discussing that in detail, that this sporozoid is somewhere sickle shaped, it will enter there, slowly it will become circular, then it will further grow, then it will multiply. No, I'm literally not entering there. I'm simply telling you that in the liver their asexual multiplication will occur, right? Their asexual multiplication will occur, so they will divide. You can say kind of multiple fission will be there, right? So just say different stages: cryptozoids, cryptomerozoids, cryptomero-macrozoids, cryptomero-microzoids. That's the stages that will form here. So in the liver, the sporozoid, what will it do? It has to increase its number. It's mandatory for them. It's not like that if malaria is going to bite you today, tomorrow you will get the infection. No, there is something called incubation period. In that incubation period, what's going to happen in that incubation period? In that incubation period, that cell will divide, that sporozoid will divide, will increase its number. Then the first sign of infection will be there. Okay, then the first sign of infection will be there. So as I said, asexual multiplication will occur. Right, bache? So it will divide, then that merozoids from that liver cells. Let me tell you, bache, in the liver, this is going to happen, that this will multiply, right? And that merozoids from the liver, they will get released. They will rupture that cells, they will get released in the bloodstream. Then they infect the RBC. But it's not like that. I'm giving you a very simple example. It's not like that. If let's say 100 merozoids they form, it doesn't mean that all the 100 will be released in the bloodstream. Some will still stay there, some will still be there. They will act like a storehouse, right? That merozoids, not all the merozoids are going to infect the RBCs. Some will be there in the liver cells. They will keep on dividing. They will keep on increasing their number. Up to this part all clear? Yes? Okay, so these merozoids, what will they infect? They will infect the RBCs, right? They will infect the RBCs. So just say when a person is having the malaria, that person is also having anemia. Why? Because RBCs, it is going to rupture the RBCs also, na? So rupture. So basically parasite will multiply within liver cell, will attack the RBCs. RBCs will rupture there. So when they will rupture, and even in the RBC, as I said, asexual multiplication is still going on. There also we read about the stages. Again, I'm not telling you it in sequence. General idea I'm giving you. Just say amoeboid stage, ring stage is there, amoeboid stage is there, rosette stage is there. These are the stages that still we discuss. Right? And you know, when we just let's say if a person is having malaria, if we have to check the species, obviously blood test will be done, RBCs will be seen, so that stages will also be seen. On the basis of that also we differentiate. Okay, this particular species has infected this particular person. Okay, so I am talking about the merozoids here that are still going to infect the RBCs. When they will infect the RBCs, definitely they will rupture. Within the RBCs also, it is the asexual multiplication going on. So before RBC rupture, it is pre-erythrocytic schizogony. Now it is the erythrocytic schizogony, where in between the erythrocytes, that is your RBCs, the multiplication is going on. What is going on, bache? The multiplication is going on. So it will rupture the RBCs, and here what will happen? Just say these, they will also feed on the hemoglobin there. So ultimately from these RBCs, it will release a toxin. It is going to release a toxin, right? And the release of that toxin means there will be the onset of fever, or you can say that now the symptom will appear. Right, now the symptom will appear. Okay, so it is given here. You guys can see this, that Plasmodium will enter the human body as sporozoids. It is the infectious form. So this is our MCQ. MCQ. Yes, bache. So through the bite of the infected female. So parasite will initially multiply within liver, then will attack RBCs, right, resulting in their rupture. So there is the release of toxic substance, that is hemozoin. Again, that is MCQ. Again, as per NEET, it is important. Okay, as per NEET, it is important. So it is responsible for chills and high fever, which will reoccur every 3 to 4 days. In different species, this time can change, this time can vary. Is that clear? Is that clear? So now here, because they are rupturing the RBCs, and as I said, asexual multiplication is still going on in the RBCs. So some merozoites, they will not rupture the RBCs, rather they'll grow. So they will convert that RBC into the gametocyte. So if it is smaller in size, right, if it is smaller in size, that will be male gametophyte, yeah, micro. So basically some RBCs will not be destroyed, they will behave like microgametocyte or macrogametocyte. They will behave like microgametocyte bache or macrogametocyte. That's the word. Micro, macro. Micro, small in size, macro, large in size. Micro, small in size, macro, large in size. Microgametocyte, which will form male gamete, other one will form female gamete. But further, these gametocytes, they will not develop into male, into gametes in the human body, because that conditions in the human body are not optimum for their further growth. Right, bache? They are not optimum for their further growth. Is that clear? They are not optimum for their further growth, right? So now let's say if a female Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, now because toxic substance has been released, so definitely fever and chills, they are there, right? The patient has shown the symptom here. Okay, so that is why if you ever visit the hospital wards now where malaria patients are kept, so there they make sure that mosquitoes are not there, right? Mosquitoes should not be there, right? They make it sure. So basically when a female Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, these parasites will enter the mosquito body. So if let's say a person is having malaria, female Anopheles is again biting that person, right, bache, then obviously these parasite will enter the mosquito body and will undergo development here in their body. Further it will undergo the development there. So parasite will multiply within them to form sporozoites. Parasites will multiply within them, right, will multiply within them, they will form the sporozoites, and they will be stored in their salivary glands. It will be stored in their salivary glands. Okay. Yes, please. Clear? So you know now ultimately how everything will be there. Yes. So basically, let's say that parasite is there in mosquito's body, it will grow here in the gut wall, right? In the gut wall. Do you know about it? So sporozoites in the salivary gland, right? Further they will grow, bache. Yes, but how the first thing will happen? The gametocyte will enter in the digestive system of the mosquito. They will enter in the digestive system of the mosquito. So obviously they will form gametes. What will they form? They will form gametes, male and female gametes. So gametes, they will fuse, right? They will form male and female gametes. Gametes will fuse, fertilization will be there, zygote will form. So zygote in this case is known as ookinete. Zygote in this case is known as ookinete. Do you know that? Zygote here in this case is known as ookinete, and sometimes it is also known as vermicule, right? Why? Because like a worm, it will also show the movement. It will be mobile. That's important. It is movable, right? It is mobile. It is movable. So gametes will develop further here in the mosquito's stomach, bache. It will further develop here in the mosquito's stomach, bache, right, bache? In mosquito's stomach, yeah, you can say that in mosquito's gut, it will further, the gametes will further form, then they will fertilize, then I'll say you focus on the word gut here, right? That in the gut gametes will form, they will fuse, right? Zygote will form. So we also call this zygote as ookinete or vermicule. What do we call it? We call it as ookinete or vermicule, right? So it is mobile, it is movable. What's that? It is mobile, it is movable. Okay, it is mobile, it is movable, right? All right. So now this ookinete, what will it do? Anybody here in the class? What will it do? Yes. What will it do? Anybody here in the class? जैसे gametocytes will form, right? Gametocytes will form, they'll fuse, eukaryote will form, so then it will find its way to the stomach wall, right? It's movable or mobile also na. It will find its way to the stomach wall. There it will acquire the gut wall, matlab stomach's wall, or you can say that the gut wall. So it will acquire the circular shape, right? It will acquire the cyst wall. We will call it as oocyst. Now it will further divide. Okay, it will further divide. It will again undergo fission, and ultimately so many sporozoites will form here, right, in the gut wall of the mosquito. In the gut wall of the mosquito. Then these sporozoites again, they will enter in the salivary glands, and you know what is going to happen further. That's how it works. Okay, that is how it works, right bache? Right bache? So this is all about this life cycle. Baki you know that for prevention of infection, matlab if we are trying to stop that infection, what's the word that we use? Prevention of infection is known as prophylaxis. It is known as prophylaxis. That's the term that we use, right? It is known as, matlab dekho na, this zygote will enter here in the gut wall. This zygote will enter here in the gut wall. It will grow, it will divide, right bache? It will grow, and it will divide. Again the fission will be there. So many sporozoites will form. Finally they will discharge there in the salivary gland, right? So see this. When these mosquitoes, they bite a human, the sporozoites are introduced into his or her body, initiate the events mentioned above, right? So malarial parasite needs 2 hosts, 1 to complete its life cycle. So this is all about this. Baki ye dekho, these are the diagram. This is the diagram, sorry. So mosquito, the sporozoites will enter. They'll find their way in the liver. In the liver cells, they will divide. These merozoites, they infect the RBCs, right? But different stages are there. Just a signet ring form, early trophozoite form. So hemozoin is the toxic. When it will be released, the fever and chills will appear, right? Then schizont forms will be there. No need to focus there, but at least you should know. Merozoites will rupture from RBCs. Again, they will infect it. But in some RBCs, right, they don't get destroyed. They will convert, they become the gametocytes, but that gametocytes cannot develop further. So when the female anopheles will bite the infected human being in her stomach, in her gut rather, these gametocytes will enter. They will grow here into the gametes. You can see microgamete, macrogamete here. Microgamete mein you can see this flagella part also. Then there is the fusion, exflagellation occurs, zygote will form. So this is mobile, right? This zygote will become this, acquire this structure, right? So eukaryote, and yes, vermicule is also the word that we have used. So finally, after that it will, so this is basically the sporogony, right? So it will rupture this gut wall, it will enter there, it will form oocyst, further they are dividing, further the fission is there. So this sporozoites will again go to the salivary glands, and that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay, that is how it works. This is all about the malarial parasite. Fine. 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 So this is all about the life cycle of malarial parasite. So this part is from the NCERT. So make sure you do not make any mistake here. Everything should be clear. So sexual stages will be there in the mosquito. That's why mosquito is the primary host. Okay. Mosquito is the primary host. Okay. So students, I will not be able to continue further, right? I'm not keeping well. I have headache, back pain and weakness is there basically. So I will not be able to stand for another 1 hour or 2 hours or to continue it. So I will end the lecture today. I have to check the channel schedule, and accordingly I'll schedule my another lecture. So if we have stopped at human health and disease and game of NEET, we have completed that too in detail. You can watch that part, right, for further chapters. But still, I'm not saying I will not take the next part. We will take it. We will take it. Okay, but it is of no use, bache, if you people are not consistent. You people always complain about the series, that why series are not being continued, because students are also not consistent. They are also not the part of it. They also don't come to that class. They also don't attend it. even after the class they don't attend it. So it's not from our part, it's from your part as well. You don't show the consistency. When there is something new, you people are like, "Arey, wow, new thing has started, let's go after it, let's go after it." You go there, you stay there for some time, and then again you leave it. So problem is not with the teachers, that teachers are doing something. Problem is with the students. Students are not ready to learn sincerely. So just to it's like we are catering some kindergarten students, right? Just to teach them, now we have to engage them in different activities. Sometimes to make them understand something, we have to use different ways, we have to play the games with them. So in your case also, sometimes this is what I feel, right? To engage students, to tell them, yeah, please study, please study. Later on you people are going to cry, later on you people will call us and will say, "Oh ma'am, I was not able to complete my syllabus, this happened, that happened." So that's why, just to engage you people now, sometimes we have to change our ways. But ultimately, motto is, for this channel, one motto is there, and that motto is never going to change, and that is the quality content. We are not going to compromise with that at any cost, at any cost. You can see the marathons on another channels, you can see the marathon on this particular channel. You will see that when we are teaching, we are actually teaching. We are not just giving you the feel, we are not completing anything superficially. We are discussing everything possible that can be asked in your paper, right? So show some respect and be consistent, guys. Be consistent. Okay, so I'll share the PDF, and yes, as I said, do not miss this particular video. Make sure you complete these chapters. And one more video tomorrow I'll be posting, which is going to be very important for you, and that is related to the exams that you should target other than NEET. Okay, so read well. We'll share this PDF in the Telegram group. Okay, in our official Telegram group, we'll definitely share it. Or last time ka PDF I don't have, bache. I always share the PDFs in the Telegram group, but last time that PDF I was unable to save it. Okay, I was unable to save it, so that I will not be able to share, but rest everything is there in our Unacademy NEET English group. Okay, so bache, for Dream Crash Course, as I said, from 1st of February your classes are going to start, and I will be starting with the human physiology. Okay, I'll be starting with the human physiology. Chale, so take care, guys. I'm really sorry for this, that I'm ending the session early, but trust me, today I'm not capable of continuing it further. Chaliye, thank you so much, guys.